Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another session of the BPA, the Business Professionals Association of Bethany Church in Lindenwold, New Jersey. God bless you. We hope all of you are safe and well as we are getting ready for this Christmas season. We're here every third Thursday of the month to talk about different business issues for small businesses and corporate businesses. We kind of touch on all subjects. Tonight, we have a special event for you, but please. The chat is open, so please go in there and post your chat as well as, and we'll try to make sure we answer all of your questions. Okay. So tonight we have going to highlight four of the businesses from our Bethany members. And we are going to be doing this going forward. Our plan is that every third Thursday at the back end of our panel discussion, we would like to highlight one or two of the Bethany businesses and give some access to the folks that are working out there so hard generating their business for the community. In order to do that, you'll have to first be a member of Bethany, and then you'll have to be a member of the Business Professionals Association, and then certainly we'll have to vet your business and understand what it is you're doing and trying to do. But without further ado, I'm going to turn the evening over to our host, Sister Deborah Dickerson, an established corporate and entrepreneur business professional who is going to host us this evening and talk with our honored guest this evening. So I turn it over to Deborah. How you doing, Sister Dickerson?
I'm doing well, and thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. I'm really excited to serve as a moderator or host for this evening. I would like to start by first saying to our panelists how incredibly proud we all are of you for the ventures that you've taken up, and we're excited to hear about your business and what you can offer. I'm sort of coining this as a BPA pop-up Christmas shop opportunity for our members, right? But before we get started with the question, I just like to introduce our panelists. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to let you introduce yourselves, and then I will take it back over, and I'll shoot some questions your way. So why don't we start with Maya?
Me first? Okay.
Yes, you first.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maya Labu. I am the social media director at Bethany, but I also have my own business called Mizy Media LLC, as well as Mizy Photography. I do a mix of different things, social media, helping companies and brands grow their social media platforms online and making connections and reaching new people, which is really important now these days, right?
Definitely.
But I also am a photographer. I do lifestyle and portrait photography, and I'm right in the middle of Christmas time, taking Christmas portraits now, and I love it. So those are my businesses.
Oh, great. Why don't we go to Chef Joe?
Good evening, everyone. I am Chef Joe, culinary director, executive chef at Abundant Harvest Catering, which is a in-house business within Bethany Baptist Church. We offer all types of catering services, in-house, out-of-house, curbside lately. I've been in the industry for going on a little over 40 years, and looking forward to serving the church ultimately, but reaching out to the communities and giving them everything that they need in regards to food, service, and a great time.
Thank you, Chef Joe. We're going to move on to Rosie.
Hello, my name is Rosie Spencer. I am the owner of Rosie's Kitchen, Everything Chicken. My specialty is chicken salad, which a few of you have had.
Really good.
And I've only been in business for about 2 years, and it's been amazing.
That's great. We celebrate you as well. And then last but not least, Robin, tell us a little bit about your business.
Robin Smith and myself and Charlotte Sims own Something Jolie, and Something Jolie is women's. We sell women's jewelry, pocketbooks, masks, accessories, any type of accessories, belts, and scarves at times. Anything that can dress a lady up or dress a lady down to go out. If she's just going to work and she needs to go somewhere afterwards, she can change her jewelry, make herself little blinged up. And we kind of just got into the business probably about 5 years ago, just for our love of jewelry.
Okay. All right. Hold that thought because I'm going to ask you to expand on that in a
And
little
and
bit.
and and Sister Dickinson, we do have folks that are joining us. We got Keisha Bryan who's on, Leah Sheldon, and thank you for joining us this evening. And Early Hewitt. We have a host of folks. I'm seeing the numbers are going up. So please, if you're a business owner, please put your business in that we have, and then let's make sure we're able to chat. So fill up the chat box, and we'll get to your questions. Go
That's
ahead,
great.
Deb.
Thank you. All right. So I just wanted to, first of all, as I said earlier, I'm incredibly proud of all of you for taking up this initiative. And I know there are a lot of people out there that don't have their own businesses that they may
Hey Deb, you kind of froze on us. So while we're waiting for you to come back, I'll take it there. But certainly, from the panel of distinguished guests, we know that as Deborah was saying, there's many of you that have businesses, and some of you that don't have businesses, but are wanting to have business. So we want to make sure we're working with the experience of our panel here to see what are some of the things. And what are some of the things that they have been involved in and how they got their business started. So let's send the first question out to Robin. And Robin, tell us, what was it that made you get into this particular business that you're into today?
I love jewelry. That I I liked jewelry, and we both love jewelry. So I just kind of thought one day, hey, I would like to share my love of jewelry with other people,
Hmm.
um, with other women, and I like meeting people, which is really one of the reasons why we started it, is because we like networking and meeting different people and expanding our horizons.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, that's
No,
really
that's
what really the how it formulated it.
okay. So that's how you got into the business. We'll certainly continue in that vein. But I see Sister Dixon is back. Good to have you back.
yes,
We
I
also
lost my
see that
connection. Yeah.
Early Hewitt has joined us, and Leah Shelton that has her own hair salon business. Thank
Nice.
you for joining us this evening. But go ahead, Deborah. I'm putting it back in your hands. Sister Robin Smith just answered the question of how she got started in this business.
Oh, that's great. So I guess we'll just stay on that line of questioning then, and I'm going to just go to Chef Joe because I know you've got a wealth of experience in this area. So why don't you
Wow.
share that with us as well?
Wow. Well, I guess I would say at the last panel, I discussed why I got into selling food, and it had to do with Kool-Aid. And the story goes behind selling Kool-Aid before it had sugar, and I was able to sell it more when sugar was put into Kool-Aid, and I was able to up the price.
Mhm.
But getting into the restaurant industry, I was working at a very large restaurant making, and this is over 40 years ago, making an owner at that time, about $10 million a year. I was overseeing 16 cooks, 12 dishwashers, 32 servers. I didn't have anything to do with the bar, but I oversaw everything and kept everything going in a positive direction. One thing I learned was I was the only Black person in the kitchen.
Mm.
I was the only Black person in the whole restaurant. And I knew there was a need for Black culinarians to be out in their own business. So I then opened up my first restaurant in 1995. I then opened up a second restaurant in, I think it was 2007 or something like that. And I had the two restaurants for 18 years. But what I wanted to do was provide a level of service that was second to none. It was quality in service, quality in food, and I wanted to make our people proud when they walked in. And I accomplished that because of the name Mélange. And people say, well, Mélange, what was that? It's just French terminology for mixture. And the mixture I did was two cuisines, and how I grew up in a mixture of cultures and people. And I carried that over, went into corporate for a little while, and ended up right here at Bethany. and still try to provide those same services. And I always try to encourage people to reach the highest level and keep striving to be better and better. Don't try to be the first, be the best.
Excellent.
Amen.
That's
Amen.
really great advice. So we're going to come over to you, Maya.
Okay. Let me start by saying I went to school for biology, so I'm not doing anything close to what I went to school for. I actually had plans to go off to medical school and to become an obstetrician. But about a year after I graduated is when I had major surgery on my legs. Both of my legs were broken and I had to learn how to walk again. And of course, during that time I couldn't work, but I still needed some money, right? So that's when I started to delve into social media and freelancing. I had connected with someone who was a major influencer in New York and started working with her and got promoted to be the social media manager for an event called the CurvyCon, which is a major event during New York Fashion Week. And just kind of continued from there, working with like major celebrities and whatnot. That was all fun, but I wanted to have something that was my own. And then from there, that's when I actually went ahead and I guess founded Maizy Media, a social media company that I have. And then in that process, started taking pictures for clients and discovered my love for photography. So that's kind of the evolution from how I got from biology to what I'm doing now today.
Okay, very exciting journey and a long way from biology.
Yeah, it still works for me though.
Yeah.
Can I ask her how she came up with the name of your company, Maizy?
Maizy Media. Yep, Maizy is actually my nickname. My grandmother used to call me that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Last but certainly not least, Rosie's Kitchen. Rosie, tell us about your journey to this point.
Well, my journey is definitely a whole lot different from the rest of the panelists. I kind of sort of fell into this because in 2019, during the power of God, I always brought food for the vendors who stayed during the daytime. And so they would ask me every year, Sister Rosie, are you bringing me some chicken salad today? Are you bringing me this? Are you bringing me that? I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll bring it to you tonight when I come in. So you know how people overhear you talking to others? Well, a few people overheard someone else asking me for chicken salad. And they said, can I have some too? Yeah, sure. Came home that afternoon from Power of God, made out, I don't know, I probably made like 5 pounds of chicken salad and brought it to church the next day. And they gave it to the people who asked for it. They loved it. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal because this is something I make for me. They loved it. They came back the next day and was like, Sister Rosie, you could get a truck. You could get a food truck and sell this and just make money. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Next thing I know, one of my girlfriends made flyers, and we came up with a name, and that's pretty much how it started. It wasn't something that I really planned on doing. It just kind of happened, and it has been great. I mean, from day one, it has really, really been good. Like Bishop always said, you take something that you take for granted, or you don't even think that it's just something that you do every day, and that's what God is going to use to bless you with. He's going to use it to move you forward into your purpose, and that's pretty much how what this is doing right now.
Yeah, that's
So yeah,
great.
Rosie's Kitchen.
Yep, it's quite popular. I see stuff on social media about it all the time.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, since I don't know who we have audience members who are business owners, those that may have been thinking about starting a business and haven't yet. What was that push? What would you say to people who want to start a business but fear is holding them back? What advice would you give to those entrepreneurs who aspire to be entrepreneurs to get them to take that leap and get started? I'm throwing it out for anyone to answer.
That was me. I was terrified. I'm a behind the scenes person. Like the idea of launching a business, just that alone terrified me. But I guess my advice would be is to just jump. I'm that type of person who has to just go for it and think about it later. Um,
Yeah.
so
So what was that fear? Can you articulate what that fear was?
fear, I guess, of failure, of making a big announcement of things and then it not doing so well. And I, for lack of better words, I want to make my parents proud, right? So I want to do good, and that can be a lot of pressure, especially when you're just starting out. And yeah, it was a lot of fear involved for me with making it official, because I had been doing social media at that point for years. But I guess the fact that it was mine and my name and whatnot, it just put a whole new element on it for me.
Yeah.
I can say,
Definitely.
if I can add to this, wow, I'm going way back. So before I opened up the first restaurant, my biggest fear was me and my wife. We had just purchased our first house. I was in a very good paying job. I mean, it was handling everything. And the biggest fear was, okay, what if it doesn't work? How are we going to pay this mortgage? But what built my confidence was, first of all, my wife, who stood right beside me and pushed me and dragged me and said, no, we can do this. My family, who stood right there, helped loan me money, thought I was crazy at times. But what really pushed me to the edge was I worked with a first African-American corporate chef, and he told me that I had to move with confidence, talk with confidence, and cook with confidence, and it would carry over in future. And I can tell you now, anybody who wants to go into business, be very confident, learn your craft, know it the best, know every position in your business, so that you're not reliant on anybody. They have to rely on you. You're teaching them how you want things done. And once you get that,
Exactly.
you have the people who follow you, and your confidence will take you where you need to go.
That's really, really great advice. Just
Yeah.
walk in your blessing and your confidence.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you, right? So
Exactly.
we have to make sure
Exactly.
we exude that. Robin, do you have anything that you wanted to add to this? Did you have any fears about starting your business?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fear of failure, that we would invest our time or money and it wouldn't work out. I think that was the biggest thing. And then sometime, and I'm a kind of feel like I'm a background type of person, so I don't really like to just approach people, especially with selling things. But it kind of made me a little bit more open, able to converse with someone that I don't know. So I think that kind of helped, because it, you were kind of scared in the beginning,
Yeah.
because you were saying, I'm going to fall flat on my face and then I'm going to look like, you know.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting how you were describing that, because you said that you really didn't. It kind of forced you to get more comfortable talking with people and selling your product. And I think, and we've heard this many times. I'm from Bishop, and I remind myself of this often. There's no growth in our comfort zone, right? So if we want to grow, and whether it's our business or individually, we have to be able to allow ourselves to stretch beyond what our comfort zone. It sounds like that's exactly what you did.
Yeah.
So congratulations, and keep it up.
They're helping a lot of people. Y'all helping a lot of
Yeah.
people. Just saying that there was some inherent fear there, and because that's what stops a lot of people from stepping out and doing something they don't think they can do.
Yeah. And Rosie, I'm going to find another question for you, because we all know Rosie and her personality, and she just so there's no trepidation there of you stepping out and letting people.
Deborah, you will be surprised. Honey, oh God.
Okay, then in all fairness, I'll let you answer the question too. Then go right ahead. What were your fears, Rosie?
Oh no, I'm good. I've had 20 years of retail under my belt, but that was selling for someone else. That was selling
Mhm.
someone else's product, not mine.
Mhm. Mhm.
So when it came to selling my product, I'm selling myself.
Mhm.
And that was my biggest fear,
Mhm.
selling me, because my product is something that I make, that I
Mhm.
Mhm.
pour all of me into. And if you don't like it, it's like, you ain't like my stuff, you know?
It's
So
personal.
that, that was like one of
Yeah.
my biggest fears was like, okay, what if they don't like it? Because it's not like what you see in the grocery store.
Mhm.
Mine is different and
Yeah.
trying to get people to try something different, you know. But thank God, everybody, pretty much everyone who tried it loved it. But
Yeah.
it's selling yourself, and the 20 years of retail did not help me. Not when it came down to that.
To
I could sell
yourself.
stuff for
Yeah.
other people, but
Yeah.
when you're trying to sell yourself, it gets a little, it's scary because you
Mhm.
know, okay, one week I might do good, the next week I might not I might not do so well, and then it's like, okay, am I going to make enough money to cover my expenses?
Mhm.
So it's a lot of anxiety.
Yeah. And so it
But
sort of ties into what Chef Joe was saying a few minutes ago about just being confident, you know,
mm-hmm,
and presenting yourself in a confident way so people will believe in you if they
exactly.
can see that you believe in yourself. That's
Mhm.
Mhm.
really great.
Most.
And I'll just tell you quickly, you know, because I have a little bit of a story when my husband decided to start his commercial cleaning business. He'd been working on a job for about 20 years and the job closed. And he came home, he said, "Hey, you know, babe, I want to start my own commercial cleaning business." I'm laughing because I put my hand on my hip and I was like, "Get a job." And he did. And then he went to work for another company. He worked for that company for 15 years. The identical thing happened. That company
Wow.
was acquired by another company and they
Mm-hmm.
shut down. And he came home. He said, "Babe, I really want to start my own commercial cleaning." And in that moment, I said, "Let's do it." And
Mm.
it's been 12 years. And, you know,
Wow.
it has blessed our lives 10 times over. So, but my fear was, I don't even know what my fear was. It was just like, I'm just used to structure. You go to a job, you make money, you get
Mhm.
benefits and all of that. But thank God, you know, I trusted God in that moment. And we never looked back. So, so let's fast forward to this particular moment in time. You know, for the past 10 months, we've all been having to adjust to the COVID-19 environment. How has that impacted your business, and what have you done to pivot
Mm.
in this moment in time? So let's start with. I want to start with you, Maya, because you're taking, you know, pictures. I mean, social media is, you know, is a socially distant, safe
Yeah.
type area to be in. But tell me what you're doing and how you're managing.
Yeah. In the moment, it kind of felt like um, everything kind of just zoomed in because we couldn't come out, people couldn't go out the stores, and it was pretty much required that in order for a business to stay alive, you had to have social media in some shape, way, or form to stay connected with your customers.
Mhm.
So, as
Mm-hmm.
a consultant, my demand got a little, it became a lot. Everyone was looking for that type of service, which was good for me. So, it was just an adjustment, juggling all the
Mhm.
demands, I guess, for lack of better words. Um, but I think in this time, it really stressed to me the importance of social media. People think of it as a tool, or not a tool, like something fun you do, right? You just go on Facebook and check out and see what your friends are doing, and you log off. People didn't necessarily see it as a tool for business.
Mhm.
And I think in that aspect, things have taken a major shift.
Mhm.
Um, the platforms have changed because they're seeing, okay, they're using us now, right? So it's a learning experience all the way around.
Mhm. Yeah, so it sounds like there was more of a demand
Mhm.
for your skill set during this time,
Mhm.
which is really really interesting. And again, another thing that our bishop tells us often, he says, even in times that look like impossible and crazy to the world,
Right.
there's opportunity and blessing
Mm-hmm.
in that for God's people, and it seems like that's what happened. Did I lose my connection again?
No, we
Nope,
hear
you're
you.
here. We
No,
got
you're
you. We
good.
got you.
Okay,
You
well,
here.
You're
my
You
good.
here.
screen just went away. So, Chef Joe, until I can get it back, I'm going to ask you to, talk about how you've pivoted during this time.
Wow. Um, we've we've shifted in so many different ways.
Mhm.
The restaurant industry has gone through a tremendous change over these past 9 months. I know so many folks. I mean, I was just talking to a friend of mine today, third generation, 45 years in business, and they just went bankrupt and had to shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's a financial challenge, obviously, because you're not doing the same numbers in certain cases. But how people dine and perceive going out to dine
Mm-hmm.
now is totally changed. For
Mm-hmm.
instance, when we open back up at the church, you'll notice there's going to be QR codes in different locations. And when you want to order food, there's not going to be a register. We don't take any cash anymore. We're all credit card.
Mhm.
So you remember the lines being in there. There's no more lines. You go to a QR code, you put your phone up to it, you pull up our menu, which is now a very full-blown menu now. It's almost like a full restaurant now. You hit the QR code, you order your food, you pay for your food, you place the time you want to pick it up. I know where that location is within the church based on the QR code.
Mm.
Mm.
Just one question about that.
Okay.
Are the teriyaki chicken wings still on the menu?
It's always one.
Or is it the
It's
garlic
always
ones
one.
that I like? I don't know.
Mm.
The menu is ever changing, and that's some of the challenges I think we all as business people have to be ready to adapt to. Um, the menu changes
Exactly.
every other day, every other week. We're open more days now,
Mhm.
and if you're not able to change and go with this flow right now, you will sink.
Mhm.
Bishop was
Exactly.
was one. Bishop was saying to me, it's probably about 4 months ago, and we were running crazy in the kitchen. I said, Bishop, we might have to hire somebody. He looked at me because this positive outlook. He says, well, there's churches that are closing, and we're talking about hiring people. Think about that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I
Mhm.
said, wow. We're
Mm-hmm.
we're we're a volunteer based business. It's just me and Chef T, and we're
That's right.
running basically a full service restaurant at full pace. I mean,
Mm.
we're going full speed,
Mm.
and
And
everything's
high
cooked
quality.
at
High
high quality.
quality.
Everything's cooked to order now. We don't have anything sitting on the steam table. Everything you order is cooked to order.
Yeah. So talk
Wow.
about again the same theme, right?
Yep. Yep.
Blessings in this time of opportunity where other people see
Mm-hmm.
challenges. We see how God is blessing his people.
Absolutely.
That's really great. So I'm gonna go to you, Robin. I was just wondering with your business how you're pivoting. Are you doing like Facebook Live type stuff, showcasing your jewelry and accessories?
No, I haven't done Facebook Live to show. I post things on Facebook on the Something Jolie page
Mm-hmm.
and the Instagram page, but I have a lot of business by word of mouth. People call me, they're looking for jewelry. What do you have?
Mm-hmm.
I send them pictures. They shop that way.
Mm-hmm.
I deliver, meet them. Then I started selling masks, and that seemed to kick off.
Mm-hmm.
So quite a few people were buying masks from me. So I kind of shifted somewhat what I was selling. I started selling more pocketbooks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I still have toyed with the idea about doing the Facebook Live. I think it's kind of saturated sometimes in some respect because I see a lot of them on there. People selling paparazzi and other types of jewelry companies.
Mm-hmm.
So I really kind of like stepped away from it and really just tried to focus on what's working for me. What are people looking for?
And, yeah, and that makes sense. But I'm going to ask Maya. Do you have any advice for Robin, or any thoughts on what she just said about social media?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely hear what you're saying when you're saying it's like an oversaturated thing. Everyone and their
Mhm.
mama is trying to sell
Right,
something
right.
on Facebook, right? But something that I always tell to my clients is that people are going to connect and buy from you.
Mhm.
Right,
Like think about it, calendars. There are tons of calendars out there,
right.
but someone will still go and buy a couple from that are manufactured, but from different people. So I would still encourage you to, at least explore and to look into it and still connect. And the way that you connect to the people online
Mhm.
is what will encourage people to buy from you.
Yeah, I think that's what's interesting about each one of your businesses that Deborah will get into in a bit is that there's something special about what each of you do. And that's what most entrepreneurs that are successful. They don't have to get everybody. They get their niche. And that niche is what keeps them going and keeps them doing what it is that makes them successful. So I mean, there's room for all.
Yes, yes,
Exactly.
There's room for all.
yes, and I mean, as a consumer, we're all consumers. I consume my goods and my information from people that and resources that I like.
Right.
You know, so if I'm connected to you, Robin, I'm connected to you. And it doesn't matter that there are these 10 other people doing the same thing. My relationship and my connection is with you. Okay, so Miss Rosie, how have you pivoted during this moment in time?
For me, COVID has been a blessing. It has, because my business has expanded since COVID. Um, I had to learn, though, to step out of my comfort zone. I had to step away from just my local area. I've been blessed to be able to do a few outside vending events, which really opened up a lot of doors for me because I was able to make a lot of connection with other people. Um, and then these other people, they didn't live in this area. So I had to be willing to travel to fill orders. And now I travel anywhere from like further South Jersey to the Trenton, Ewing, Lawrenceville area every other week. And so my business has actually expanded since COVID started. And a lot of people, because they're tired of cooking having the same thing every day, and especially in the summertime, my chicken salad was something quick and easy and healthy that people could eat and actually enjoy. And they could like consume it in like a dozen different ways. You didn't have to just eat it one way. But by me being able to, or willing, I should say, to get on 295, make that journey every 2 weeks. And because I do that, the people I deliver to have told other people about my product. I have people who get orders for me. They collect the money, give it to me, and they pick up the orders to deliver to other people.
Well, sounds like you might need to hire somebody too.
keep that money.
But yes, it's really, COVID has been a blessing to me because I've had to shift how I connect with people. Because before it was basically the church. Now, like I said, it's Philadelphia, it's been Salem, it's the Lawrenceville, Ewing area up in Trenton, Willenboro, Edgewater Park, Burlington.
Enlarge your territory, Lord.
Yeah.
Can I just add something to that? And like I'm listening to Robin, I'm listening to Rosie, and I see a growth that you two are afraid of, and that's a big challenge in Black businesses because there's so much potential sitting in front of you that I think we have a tendency to shy away from taking it on. And there's so many ways that can help you grow. Like Robin, for instance, Maya just gave you great examples, but the social media platform right now is so vast and you hit so many people that you will be surprised on the revenue that you would get from just connecting at the right people at the right time. And Rosie, there's delivery companies. I mean, you got Uber Eats that will deliver your product for you. And it's just a matter of setting it up with a third-party vendor and they'll come pick up your delivery. You follow me? So the growth there is for you. But when we sit in a box and keep ourselves from taking on that next step, we lose all the potential. That's just my point. I mean, my viewpoint. I mean, for us, the catering, we have a third-party vendor that delivers. The customer pays for the delivery, but it's available to them.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's an important point that you make right there, Chef, is that those delivery services or even that social media aspect that Robin could engage in and all the folks that are listening could do is those things don't have to come out of your profits or your revenue. Those
Absolutely.
are services that you tack on top of
Yep.
what it is you're doing. And that's going to the delivery center or that's going
Mhm.
to the folks setting up your social media thing. And it
Mhm.
helps pay for itself over time.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this is great information. I'm sure we're helping not only out each other, but others out there. I just want to pause for a moment. Reverend White, are there any questions out there that we need to address
No,
or we
a
can get
lot
in
of folks are
comments?
having some good comments that they're some folks talk about fear and how that's has limited them from going out and starting a business and both Pastor Nick and Bishop are chatting in there saying you got to go ahead and do it. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and do it. So I think we're helping a lot of folks. We're still getting comments in, but that's good. I think they're going to want to hear how they can get some of these folks' goods.
Oh yeah, that's what we wanted to get to. So let's talk about how, a couple of different things. I don't know if you have any specials going on for Christmas or not. That's okay. But I'm going to start with you, Maya. How can people get in touch with you? Is there anything that you're showcasing for this season?
Mhm.
And then again, how people can get in touch with you and procure your services.
Sure. I guess in particular for the photography, I am running a Christmas special where families or individuals can come and get their holiday portraits taken for Christmas. Of course, time is moving by really fast. We're almost a week away from Christmas, so time is short. But still, come in. You can come to the studio. We'll take your Christmas photos. I'm also doing a photography and social media package for business owners to brand the whole thing. So you'll come in and take headshots and other photos that can be displayed on your social media channels, and then move on and talk about strategy. What can we do to reach your ideal customers and things of that nature. But you can connect with me at my website, myzmedia.com, or if you're looking specific for photography, it's myzphotography.com. And my email is contact@myzmedia.com. And I'd love to connect with you guys.
Okay. Is there any way to get that information in the chat so others can see
Sure.
it?
I can
Yeah.
post it.
But I do have one question for you, Maya. So, and as far as the photography,
Mhm.
what safeguards do you have in place if people are coming to the studio, considering we're in the COVID-19 environment?
Right, definitely. We are, keeping it close as if you were going to a doctor's appointment, right? So you're coming in, you're getting your temperature checked. Is limited to how many people can be in the studio at a time. If you have traveled outside of the state or outside of the country, we have to make sure you maintain those quarantine. Was it 14 days that you can't be anywhere? So definitely making sure that things are safe and that we don't want to expose anybody to getting this virus. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Thank you for that. That'll give people some reassurance there. So let's go ahead and move to Chef Joe.
Yep.
Can you tell us about what's happening, what you're doing for the holidays, and how we can leverage your expertise in your business during this time?
I'm cooking.
I knew that.
So like I said earlier, we've extended hours in regards to when we operate now. So we're open Wednesday and Friday from 11 to 7, Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 3. I direct people to the Bethany homepage website. Down the bottom, you'll see Abundant Harvest Cafe curbside. You can go down there, click on it. It takes you into our menu. Everybody can connect with me either on Facebook, through either Abundant Harvest Catering. We have packages always available. We do pan food. We've been working on delivery orders today for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we're booked pretty solid for Wednesday already. So we're not taking any more orders for Wednesday, but we do still have our curbside available. I always push people to go to the curbside, find the food that you like, because there's a ton of different things on there. See where you like to be. If you find something there that you like and you keep ordering every time, such as the teriyaki wings, I'll be happy to make a pan of it up for you. We will be closed on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, obviously. But we're here for you. And just know that you're getting the best of the best.
I
And,
believe
and
that.
it,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, the thing that about Chef's Kitchen, as he said, is just him and just
Chef
two
T.
of them, and they're cooking. Chef T cooking all the food. You know who's cooking your food, right? I mean, certainly we're not having any multi people events at our home over the holidays. But even if it's just for your family, he'll do platters. He's done it, and he can get it. He can get what you need, and you know it's going to be good, and you know who's cooking for you. And even though we're getting close to Christmas, Maya can do New Year's photos too. So
Yep.
some people go into the new year saying, "This is
Absolutely.
my new thing." So,
And
And
might
Valentine's Day.
might
Valentine's-
also add that we offer gift cards that you can purchase online. You can purchase them electronically and email them to whoever you like for Christmas, which is the perfect time. There's one thing you know about Bethany: we're going to be open. So a lot of people are hesitant about ordering gift certificates from restaurants. This is the one place we're going to be there.
Okay.
it's gonna be there.
Yeah. So, Chef, are you doing like full Christmas dinners?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
They do it all.
Okay.
everything. I mean, I have so many orders. I'm tired of making macaroni and cheese, y'all.
That mac and cheese is good though.
You're not gonna get away from that one. That's not how you do it. It's just the way it is.
Listen, we go through 40 pounds of macaroni and cheese and 40 pounds to 80 pounds of collard greens a week.
Oh, gee.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Where's
All
my
right.
volunteers?
All right. Thank you, Chef Joe. So we're going to move over to you, Robin. Tell us about any specials that you're having or how we can, take advantage of what you're offering.
Well, for the next week, any jewelry sets, buy one, get one half off, depending on the level of jewelry. If it's a simple necklace to the big pearl sets, would be the price difference. Also have quite a few handbags on sale.
Okay.
I like that.
If there are items you'd like to show us,
Yeah, I got a few matching,
Yeah.
matching
Let's see 'em.
scarf,
Let's see 'em. Let's see 'em.
pocketbook, all that with it. For those that like the Afrocentric, and and the mask. I have plain mask, blinged out mask. If
Do you have
wanna-
some that you can show us right now, or are they someplace else?
Hold on.
Because mass, that's the hot ticket right
That's the
now,
hot
right?
ticket.
This is my own, but that's bling.
Okay.
Hold on, 1 second. I forgot about putting the mask on the table.
Oh no, I didn't want to make you go through all of that, but I just think people are always looking for, different styles and,
Mhm.
And
I
the
do,
thing about masks that my
um,
daughter was telling me the other day, the thing about these masks is that when it's cold
you
outside,
know,
it keeps
right
your face
here
warm
with-
when you're outside.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna have to wear them for a while, we might as well look nice
look
wearing
good,
them.
right?
Exactly.
So white sequin,
Ah,
So some people are actually in church, um, you know,
yeah.
but that's up to them.
Well, yeah, because you ain't going until it's safe for grandmama.
Yeah,
And I hope
Exactly.
we're not going. If you want, some color, have
Uh-huh.
color, and you'll sparkle while you shop, whatever you're doing. Even if you're going to the grocery store, I have masks with stones. I'm in the grocery store. People are looking at me. Oh well.
So how do we reach you? How can the people reach you? Can you give us your social media information or website that we can get in the chat?
We're on Facebook. It's something Jolie on Facebook, and on Instagram, it's at something Jolie.
Okay.
So they can DM and tell me what they're looking for if they don't see it. And I'll try to find. If I don't have it, I'll try to find it.
Excellent. And then we'll look for those Facebook Live shows in the new year. Okay. So Rosie,
Yes.
can you share with us now you have yet to mention that you added a new product to your menu recently.
Yes, I have. Actually, I've added a couple new products to my menu.
Okay.
Okay.
So now, So now I'm not just doing chicken salad. Now I've got a buffalo chicken dip that has turned out to be very amazing, and it's been a hot seller, especially during football season and basketball seasons coming in now. I also am doing chicken noodle soup during the winter months. I also do a gluten-free one too, because I have a lot of friends who are gluten-free. So my chicken noodle soup, I can do either or. I can do chicken. I can do gluten-free or regular. But it's the gluten-free naturally. You have to call me. You have to let me know way in advance
Mm-hmm.
that this is what you want. Um, Also, for the month of January, February, and March, I will be adding chicken and dumplings to my menu.
Oh, I'm
Ooh.
familiar with that, and so is Mr. Dickerson. He's very familiar with that. We like that.
So that's why my slogan now is Rosie's Kitchen, everything chicken. Um, it's it's growing.
Hmm.
It's growing. So I'm adding new as my customers give me ideas. I take on their ideas, I try it, see how it's going to work, because I always have to tell people I still have a 9 to 5 I have to go to every day.
Mhm.
So some of the stuff they asking me for, I just I'll be like, okay, you might have to wait till I retire to get that.
Yeah.
But my menu is definitely expanding, and I'm looking forward to keep serving people the way I've been serving them. It's been great.
Hmm.
Love it. I love to cook anyway. So,
Yeah. So, how
If
do
I,
people get in
I'm
touch with you?
sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Maya. I can ask after you.
Somebody had a
Yeah.
No,
question.
I was gonna say I'm a social media person. Forgot to get my social media handles.
Oh.
I just wanted to share. I'd love for you guys to connect with me on Instagram and Facebook at myzphotography.com or
Excellent.
myzphotography on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know
So,
what I mean.
so Rosie, how do people reach out and get in touch with you? What's the best way to
Okay,
do
I am on Facebook, Rosie Spencer. Instagram is blessed rs. Um, Email is rosiespencer60@gmail.com. I can be reached on any of those medias, and you can email me, inbox me, so that we connect. And like I said, I do make deliveries, especially locally. So even if you're sick and shut in, which I do a lot of deliveries for the elderly and people who have been, like under the weather or whatever, can't get out, that's fine. I will deliver to your mailbox.
hmm And you're
Um,
all and you're also going to explore
yes,
another
you
method
talk
of
about
delivery. Yes.
yes,
Other
yes,
delivery
yes,
methods.
yes,
Yes.
yes, definitely I will.
Okay.
Um, and it's not that I'll tell anybody. It's not that I don't have a fear of using other methods. It's just that at this particular moment, I'm still growing and I'm still learning.
Hmm.
Sister
So
Rosie, do you have various size packages? And what's the
yes, I do. I was getting into
I
that.
okay.
Okay, the chicken salad actually comes in three sizes. It comes in an 8 ounce, which is $6, a 16 ounce, which is $10, and a 32 ounce, which is $20. The soup comes in two sizes: 16 ounce for $5, 32 ounce for $15. Buffalo chicken dip, 8 ounce, $8, 16 ounce, $15.
And all that information is on
All
what
of the
is it, your
information is
Facebook?
it's on my Facebook page. Yes, because my flyer
Okay.
is actually on my Facebook page.
Okay.
So yes, all that information is there. And if you inbox me, I will give you, if you have any questions, whatever. I am more than happy to answer your questions about my product. Because I know a lot of people are very concerned about what they eat and what goes into your food. I even have a customer who's a vegan who only can have vegan mayonnaise. I went out and purchased vegan mayonnaise because she's going through chemo and she can't have regular mayonnaise.
Hmm.
So I'm about serving my customers.
And you can embrace any type of dietary restrictions, it sounds like, which is
Yes,
great.
yes, I can. Yes, I can. You tell me and say that you can't have this or you can't have that. I'm pretty open to trying new things with my product, as long
Excellent.
as I can keep my base.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right, we're getting close to the top of the hour, and while I had a couple more questions that I don't think we have time for, I just want to maybe just ask one more, and from each of you, and that is, what is your best advice to a aspiring entrepreneur? We talked about fear and how to get over that, but what advice would you give someone who's aspiring to be an entrepreneur?
My advice to anyone, and this is not just for getting into business. This is for anyone who wants to, even just to have a better quality of life. Never give up. And as Bishop says, God knows how old you are. So you're never too old, nor are you ever too young. Because I have two sets of grandkids who are entrepreneurs right now. So just don't give up. If you have a dream out there, go for it. Don't let anyone tell you that you cannot do it, because you can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm living proof of that. But yet, never give up on your dreams. Never. No matter how hard it is, no matter how hard it gets, always strive. If you wake up the next day, that's another day for you to put another foot forward to make sure that your business stays in place. And don't be afraid to step out. Don't be afraid to step out. Step out of your comfort zone. Um, and connect yourself with people who are going to not only help you, but also going to criticize you when you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Because you need those people in your life. You need those people to push you forward,
Mm-hmm.
to let you know that, okay, you know what, okay, you've done this long enough now. It's time for you to move forward. You can't stay stagnant.
Yeah, that's why you're gonna get that delivery service.
Right.
All right, all
So
right,
you can
Reverend.
move
Well,
move it, move that thing forward.
Right.
all right, all right. And look, so I can save me some gas.
Right. Right. Yeah, there'll be a follow-up to this too. We're going to check in with you in a couple months. Okay. So, Chef Joe, what is your best advice to an aspiring entrepreneur?
I think I stepped on it earlier. Learn your craft. Stop worrying about being the first. Worry about being the best. Understand the business that you're going into. Make sure you understand all the pitfalls. And
Mhm.
last, know your numbers.
Mm-hmm.
A
Mhm.
lot of people go in to business and don't have a business plan. A lot of them don't go in with either a 5-year plan, a year plan, a monthly plan, a weekly plan, a daily plan,
Mm-hmm.
and the numbers don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think they do, then you should not be going into business. You cannot fake numbers. 1 and 1 is
Mhm.
still 2. And lastly, never forget the 20th of the month. 20th of the month is when you pay your taxes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It comes every month. The state wants their sales tax.
Yeah. Thank you
Mhm.
for that. That's great advice. It's something that we've always been so diligent about, because I think that was probably one of my fears when we started the business, is that I never wanted to be in a problem with taxes. So,
Yep.
so we do that
Mhm.
like clockwork to make sure that we never get challenged in that area. That's great advice. How about you, Maya? And Maya, I'm going to
Um,
just tweak your question just a little bit, right?
sure.
So what
Okay.
what would be your best advice to a person of your generation, right?
Hmm.
Who's aspiring to be an entrepreneur?
Yes. So I would say, to jump. Of course, know your craft, know, like Chef said, do your research and know everything that there is about your business, right? I would also say, what I would also say is to stay focused. I feel like there are a lot of distractions that can come, even from some surprising places. You know, we're talking about toxic people now at church. For me, it was a surprise, you know, to learn that not everyone was in my corner, and that can be very discouraging at times, especially when it is something that's new and you're still trying to figure everything out. So just to really be careful about who you're sharing your baby with, for lack of better words, and to be strategic. You know, it's okay to network and to meet new people and to grow in that way as well. So yeah, those are some of the things that I've had to learn, and that would be my advice for, you know, others to learn as well.
That's great. Thank you for that. And Robin, what's your best advice?
Really to not give up, and even if you're 1 week you do well and 1 week you don't do well, don't let it stop you. Just keep striving, even if you have to tweak what you're doing, reinvent yourself, add to what you're doing, to see what works, to see what draws people to your table. What do they like? What seems to be the thing that catches their eye? And I've made changes over and over. My display, my whatever. I see what works for me, and I try to constantly change how it looks so that I don't get stagnant.
That's really key. Be open to reinventing yourselves each time. I know we only have a couple of minutes left, and I'm going to turn it back to you, Rich. But I just wanted to say one thing from my experience during this moment in time. There is so much free education out there right now for us to be able to leverage and take advantage of. And I encourage everyone who's listening to really look into that, because there's just a lot out there that we can benefit from. Damon John from Shark Tank, he's been doing a series of classes for, you know, every other month he's doing something, and you get 5 days of actual classes with him directly on marketing your business, creating your business, finding capital for your business. So that's what I would put out there for everyone to know. There's a lot of free education out there, so please take advantage of that. Back to you, Rich.
Well, we certainly would like to thank you, Sister Dickerson, for hosting this month's panel. Thank you so very much. As you all know, Sister Dickerson is part of the Business Association leadership team, and along with her, we have other members. But we're really happy, Sister Maya, Sister Smith, Sister Spencer, Chef. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming and joining us this evening. We'd like to say that we will certainly be here every third Thursday of the month. We're going to be, you heard some things tonight, whether it's knowing your finances. You know, everybody's not great at finances, but finances are a key aspect of any business. You have to know your number. And as Chef said, the data doesn't lie. So you have to know your numbers. You have to have a certain level of financial acumen. You certainly want to, so we want to be looking at that in the new year. One of our topics will be financial acumen and how to make sure you understand the numbers. Yes. Putting a business plan. We had some comments in the comments section about folks wanting to know how can they generate a business plan. We'll talk about that also in the new year. But we do have some good things looking forward to for you in 2021. Again, I know some folks out there saying, well, hey, hold on now. How come I didn't get to go on tonight and show my business? Well, like I said at the beginning, certainly we couldn't do everybody, but we want to have a vehicle available during these panel sessions where we do take the opportunity to showcase some of the other businesses. A lot of people are doing some really interesting businesses that is being blessed by God. And we want to share that with the broader community and have the opportunity for them to grow their business and use this vehicle that we've been given to do just that. So in closing, God bless you all. Have a wonderful holiday. We'll look forward to seeing you at some point when it's safe for us to get back into the church. Please be safe over the holiday. Please wear your mask. Where's mine? I got them all over the place. And please wear your mask. And it's not as fly as the one that Robin is showing, so I might need to get one blinged out. But God bless you. God keep you. And we will see you real soon. Join us next month for another Business Professional Associations panel discussion. Take care. Bye now.
Thank you all. God bless.